1,300 views. What more can be said than thank you? Normally I would be in character, and trust me, Nirvana Sparkle appreciates everything that you have done for the channel. But on this matter, I'm actually going to break character. To celebrate 1,300 views, I'm going to tell you, well, at least my side of the story of a man. And why this one man is the influence as to why I'm doing what I've been doing for the past 6 years. The man's name is Tony Desiri. He is a radio host currently broadcasting out of Memphis, Tennessee. But why would a man out of Memphis, Tennessee mean so much to this channel? Because Tony Desiri is the man who gave me the opportunity, even if it's through a telephone and through 1 or 2 minutes a day, the opportunity to speak upon something that back then at least I used to love, and that is sports. Back years ago I was a socially inept. I barely talked to anyone, I barely interacted with anything, but I had one desire, one love, and that was sports talk radio. I listened to all that I could get hold of. JT the Brick, Jim Rome, Tony Bruno. I listened to practically everyone, but none of the national personalities ever got my attention. And back then, I was living in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And back then, Colorado Springs had adapted its first AM sports talk station. And lo and behold, the first and only local sports talk show we had was hosted by this man, Tony Desiri, or Tony D as his radio handle is called. Now, I listened very fondly, but it's only after a while that I grew the courage to dial the number to the station and ultimately to the show. I got through, and for 30 minutes, I ranted. For 30 minutes, I talked everything. Tony missed his traffic report that day with a traffic reporter named Foxy. Well, at least that was her handle. Soon thereafter, the show began to grow, and it grew alright, but the key point is that on that day I said that I'd be back tomorrow. Not only was I back tomorrow, I was back for 3.5 years. Every day, like clockwork. Seemingly sick, even 1 week with bronchitis. Seemingly any situation, I was there. Radio remotes that he would recur. If I could, via my disability and transportation, I was there. Any contest entered, I was in it. Any special promotion, I took part. See, it was because of Tony Desiri that I got over my social anxiety. It was because of joining what he called the family, which was then labeled the Dog Pound, that I was able to break free from my social box. It was Tony Desiri that gave me the tickets that allowed me to finally see a WWE live event. something that I haven't done since. It was Tony Desiri that brought me to a football game for the first time, made me a fan of Air Force. It was Tony Desiri that made me meet a friend named David, who took me to Rockies games on his own dime. It was Tony D that for the first time in my life at the time made me feel special, important, that I meant something. And every time that I was at a radio remote, it was like an event. People would come to these strange places, jewelry stores, sporting stores, bars, just to see me, the face behind the weird voice and the weird takes. The one that would call in every day, the one that had no radio handle, the one that went by name. The one that couldn't wait for the show to start. The one that regardless of how many phones he went through, and I went through 5, I made the effort to call the show. And even on the last day, I was there. Even in his last day in Denver, I was there. And it was because of his dedication, his love of sports, and my need to find an outlet to talk sports that, ironically, this channel came to be. But the number always sticks out. 1,300. Well, today, in terms of views, we crossed that hollowed number, 1,300. The number that changed my life. The number that helped me beyond any other number that could be given. Tony has since gone on to bigger and better things since leaving my home state. Picked up by Yahoo. Nationally syndicated. A big boy. His family has grown up. His marriage has grown stronger, and his love of golf is still uninsatiable. And his love for South Carolina, too, the college in which he graduated. He still hates the Florida Gators, and he still gets annoyed when the Cowboys win. And him and his former co-host, Pappy Sorellis, a musical comedian, still talk on Facebook to this day. They were the co-host that gave me the chance to speak my mind. The first ones to set me finally free upon the world, unsuspectingly. So yes, today is a day of celebration for the channel, as it is every time we gain another 1,000. There's no amount of thank you that I can give to you, the YouTubers, the subscribers, the people that have just passed by. Every view counts. Every opinion matters. Everything that I do for this channel, I don't do it because I want attention. I don't do it because I want money or fame. I do it because I feel I belong here. That this is what I am meant to do. Talk TV and video games and entertainment. I've realized over the years that although I can talk sports, my love and passion for sports outside of WWE is less than important. I don't share the same passion over a Cowboys win or loss that some of you might. I don't share that thrill of the next big baseball game. I don't share it, but what I do share, however, is the opinion. And Tony Desiri taught me how to say it. Taught me to be true to myself. Taught me never to waver. Don't play to a personality, he once told me. Just believe in yourself. And if you have nothing to say on a subject, don't be afraid not to say it. Timing is everything, he once told me. And lo and behold, timing for me back then was everything, as it is now. So as we celebrate another momentous milestone in this channel's history, this one not only goes out to the fans and to the subscribers and to the people that have been supportive since day one, and even to the people that have been supportive over the last 2 years. I thank you kindly. There's no amount of words that I can say, but most importantly, this video is for you, Tony D. One of my best friends in life. The person that motivated me to be successful. To be myself. To go with no radio handle. And to go do it regardless of disability if given the chance. This is for you. I know we now live radio stations and miles apart. But no, Tony, I'm not only doing fine, I'm doing great. I still miss the Thursdays, the hit and run calls, the many laughs we would have. I still miss Pappy Sorellis with his intakes underneath the Peanuts music and fussing about the Cowboys. I still miss at the end of every show hearing Let the Sun Shine In. I miss the days when David would talk Michigan. I miss those days very much. I miss the days of angry Bronco fans wanting to burn Pappy at the stake for saying something or supporting Tony Romo. I miss those days. They were much simpler days, but as I have said to many a person, those 3 years were the best years of my life. And I miss them. It's hard to believe, but I did take one thing from you. I believe that every viewer in Code Equestria, from miles around, to me, they are family. That's how you promoted us. I've led a lot of people since into my family, into the channel's family. But I miss the camaraderie. I miss what it was. It was, without a doubt, special. And no matter where you go, and no matter what I do, moving forward, know that every inch of what I became, you started the building blocks. Because without you answering the phone that day and allowing me for 30 minutes to be myself, I could not be myself for 406 videos, 1,308 viewers, and 80 subscribers. That is being myself. And no, just like you, I'm not doing this alone. I have a family too now. And a co-host too. Or two or three. I may not talk about how my Raiders are doing much anymore, and I might spend my time talking about ponies. But it's with no less the passion. A passion that you instilled in me. So this one, on this day, and on this number, is for you, my friend. We are still, although in separate places, still animals. One has become a pony, the other still loves sports. But the family still remains. And trust me, I've let more than sunshine in. I've let friends in too. And maybe the next time the number 1300 shows up, it will be for subscribers. And maybe then, I'll find a way to thank you again. But until that moment, instead of saying my catchphrase, I'm gonna say yours. The one that for 3.5 years meant so much to me. Until we meet again. And until tomorrow morning, or afternoon, or night. See ya. Bye.